You know, I went back and tried to look at, actually, I've tried to look at that 12.8 I had on the broadcast. That's you're getting most of your draft. Um, if we had a third or four people, let's go ahead and finish this next two runs here. And if you want to do something different, it's fine.
The only advice I was going to ask is I've got 7 drift cards I can
Yeah.
get. Which one should I get? I already suck at drift, so.
Well, you know the Mazda RX-7 is the best. Go ahead, retry.
Retry.
Okay, so you got the Mazda RX-7. After that, I like the Skyline. Um, that's for the European. Oh, excuse me, for Japanese. For European, God, there's really nothing that good, man. Because all the European cars that are in there are Italian. Oh, I take it back. The BMW uh, X5 or no M5, whatever. And hold on. There's a BMW. There's two BMW drift cars. One is that little fat or that little roadster looking one, and the other one's the well no the Z something or X something. But it's like the M5 is like a 4-door, but it's actually pretty good for high speed drifting. It's not so great on the slower stuff or you know slower tighter stuff. It's kind of like driving the Hemi, you know. Um,
Yeah.
the Hemi's a good car though, for high speed stuff with a lot of room.
Continue.
Was that the last one?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and quit if you want. Yeah. Um, so you got BMW. There's two of them. They're both better than the freaking Ferraris and Lamborghinis. Um, I don't know if there's any Italians. I mean, excuse me, French. Let me look at my list real quick.
Yeah, because right now I'm 81 platinum. Usually, if I just stay here and just play and try to build this my car, then the platinum.
So you got the Aventador for the Italians. That's the best. I like the Aventador out of the three Italian ones that we're using for this event here. The McLaren 12C is a drift car. That's your that you know some people like that. You know, it's better for some people than it is for me though. Um, let's see, the BMW the M5 is the 4-door. The BMW Z4 is the 2-door, the little roadster model. Um, roofs. You got the roofs. There's two roofs there, and the Koenigsegg. Those are the other Europeans.
Yeah.
And you know what? The CTR, it might be okay. I've used it before. It's just not my favorite, you know, thing. I prefer the American, the Mustang, the Camaro, the Dodge Challenger, the modern ones. American cars, they're great. But the best of the best of the Americans is the Viper. It's more of a high speed one though, but it can be used in small, you know, slower and smaller, tighter areas. Um, but you know, the Americans are better than the Europeans, mostly because they got a higher center of gravity. You know, they're not slammed to the ground like the fucking Ferraris and Lamborghinis are, and it makes it so it can drift a little better. Especially the old school American cars, uh, the Hemi the Shelby. Um, but if I mean, yeah, I mean, those I would say, I mean, if RX-7, Skyline, Viper, Hemi, uh, the three modern muscle cars, Americans, you know, the Mustang, Camaro, Dodge Challenger, BMW M5, and Z4. Subaru BRZ actually is not a bad drifter either. That's another Japanese one. Um, What?
I don't even see the,
BRZ? That's
no, the RX-7.
it's a Mazda.
But see, I messed up and tried to transfer the information that I had on my son's
Yeah.
PlayStation to mine, and
Right.
now I just have his stuff on there.
Okay.
It didn't erase anything I had on my account,
Right.
but as far as the games that I downloaded, they're gone.
Huh.
Because I would do download games and he would do the disc, so we could play
Oh,
together.
yeah.
Now it's just got his stuff.
Well, you can still get your downloads. Just going to the library. It should be in there. If it's not, go back online and click on it to download as if you're going to buy it. But it won't let you pay for it because you already paid for it. As long as you're using the right account, the account that paid
No,
for
I
it.
messed up and made his account my main account on this game, so he erased my account.
Well, you just need to change it back then. That's all.
I don't even know how to do that.
Well, unless it's like permanent, I don't think it is. You may have to reinitialize. You know, I think that's what they call it. Machine
I tried to contact PlayStation. They wanted $65 to do it.
Oh hell, you ain't got to do all that. Well, see, like the initialization is at the bottom of the setting of the options. You know, you can restore the default settings, initialize the PS4, and I believe that delete data from your system storage, initialize PS4. This might allow third parties. Okay, so it basically it puts it back to default, the originals, you know, and then you can just do your put your original name in for the console owner, you know, who are, you know what I'm saying, the information.
Yeah. So go to restart all settings.
I'm not saying to do that because you're going to lose everything. You're going to lose everything all right off the bat. Okay. Now system information. System information, the top one in system will tell you your name, the name that's on the account, or the name that's on your console. Like for me, it's PS4 MA Rieger, you know, underscore SON. But I mean that might help. Limit number.
PS4
Well, so yeah, that's like that's just a generic, you know. So maybe that's not what I mean. Backup and restore. What does that do? Backup and restore PS4. Backup. No, that's the application. Transfer data from another. No, it's not the one you want here.
So that's where we started, was the transfer data from another PS4.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
how it all started.
Well, see, can you back that up? Or if you've got it backed up on a USB, you know, thumb drive, you might have the other stuff in there, right? The original
I
stuff.
didn't do that. I don't know how to thumb drive.
Okay.
It's all good.
It's going to charge you for everything, you know. But it's in there.
Yeah,
What you need to do is in there.
I'm good with it.
But just go back into the library or back. Try to purchase the thing again, and or go, you know, online and find the games, and see if they're going to charge you.
That's what I plan on doing.
If they
Well,
charge.
yeah, when I tried to do that, it wasn't on there. It came up during the Black Friday thing.
What's that? This game?
The games I purchased.
Oh, okay.
So I purchased the
Yeah.
$100 one.
Yeah, they were cheaper. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the one that got kicked. So like the cars that it had on mine that you buy with crew credits, it
Mhm.
doesn't even show those cars on it.
Huh. You just need to change the console owner basically, or reinitialize is probably what it is. You need to reinitialize.
Yeah,
So-
I'm afraid to lose
Well, you're gonna lose it, but you can if once you put in the name that and all the information you had originally when you after you reinitialized, put in the if you could remember your account information that you had on before. Did you write it down anywhere?
Well, I changed my password because I couldn't remember it.
Okay, well, okay, but I mean, but used your real name, your real phone number, your real credit card number,
Yeah.
right? Okay, well, just put all that information you
Well,
did
see,
before.
I refused to put my credit card in.
Okay.
I always went and bought the cards from
Oh, yeah, okay.
Walmart or Best Buy.
Okay, yeah, well, yeah, but you still the information that you're okay with giving, and you gave before, just put that all back in after after you initialize. And then you should be able to go back to the Sony store and find those games that you had already paid for, and they shouldn't charge you. They should be already purchased, yeah, and you just have to download them again. And once you bought it under that name and that it's yours. I mean, they're not gonna deny you, but you need to put that name in there when you go into the store. It needs to recognize that you're the person that bought it. If it's got your son's name on it, and then it's not going to recognize as the purchaser.
No, all our stuff are separate. It put all the games that he bought on my account. And then I shoot the games that I have playing.
All right. So you want to do Speed Trap or anything else?
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Let me send it out there.
All right.
Unless you gotta go.
No, I got nothing but time, man.
Okay, cool.
I am going to go ahead and run the monsters real quick.